Digitalization of payment systems in Uganda is back now, and of course we are thrilled to have one of the executive organizations named PesaPal, which of course is the best at digitalization of business transactions, which of course is done electronically. Now, this we realize has promoted e-commerce in Uganda, and of course we have been wondering how businesses can upscale in terms of using online systems, online payment systems that can ease their processes. Business processes must be eased, and of course when you realize that such systems are in existence, that makes your business easier, that makes your business to flow with customers, because nowadays customers do not want payments done in cash form, but they want something that can be done electronically and at a fast rate. Now with me today is Mr. Peter Senyonjo, of course the sales operation manager of PesaPal, who is doing a great job when it comes to digital transformation of payment systems in Uganda. Now he's going to tell us about how online payment systems have been transformed in Uganda. What is the revolution like? Where did we come from? Where did we start from? How did this journey begin? So there is a lot to learn today. Just stay connected, stay smart, and of course I'm now going to definitely dive into the topic, which of course today is talking about transformation of digital payments in Uganda. Yeah. Peter Senyonjo, you're most welcome.
Thank you, Clinton.
I'm very happy to have you today. Why? Because there is so much to learn. I initially told you that when it comes to digital payment systems in Uganda, yes, it is now embarking to be one of the top tier organizations, and I believe that it's very important for us to get deeper insights on how you people operate, and having the sales operation manager is very good for me. Now, of course, I'm going to start by giving you a platform for you to introduce yourself, who you are, and then we shall deeply dive later.
All right, thank you, Clinton. It's always good to be here. Smart 24. I'm Peter Senyonjo, sales operations manager at PesaPal Uganda. To start off, PesaPal, we are payment service providers. We are the leading payment service providers in Uganda. We do offer safe, convenient ways of transacting, like digitally. We do offer financial services to our customers, both individuals, those are customers, and businesses. So we enable businesses receive payments using our online and in-store payment solution. And then we offer a safe and convenient way for customers to make these payments to the businesses. So in Uganda, we've been operational for the last 17 years, providing this quality kind of service. We've been tested and tried. We are trusted by leading professionals. We are trusted by leading industry players in oil and gas, hospitality, tour and travel, education, to mention but a few. And our promise to our customers is we are providing a convenient, safe and secure way of you transacting online.
Now, Mr. Peter, I understand that, of course, you mentioned how PesaPal has been in existence for 17 years now.
Yeah.
But what has been the story? What is the background of PesaPal? When did you start? How did it start? And how has it been able to capture the market the way it has in its recent form?
Yes.
So we want to understand what exactly the background of PesaPal is, because I believe that, of course, PesaPal being a benchmarked kind of organization, I know that there are other organizations who are also doing the same service at the moment. But then we want to understand what is the background of PesaPal.
Okay. Of course, in Uganda there was a great need. There was the need for someone to come in, for a company to come in and bridge the gap between businesses and customers.
What gap are we talking about?
Now we are talking about digitalization, receiving payments from customers and eliminating cash-based transactions in the economy. So we got into this kind of discussion, how can we come in with the best products? Remember, we are coming from Kenya, Nairobi, that's where our mother company is. So we came with these products that speak to the needs of the businesses and also are able to provide a convenient way of customers to make payments. That's how we came in the online with the pure ways. So for a tour and travel company, you don't need to send your bank details to someone in US to credit your account. It's all about sending them a payments page. They will log on and then make a payment to your bank account.
But
that kind of trust. It's very convenient. You just sit in your sitting room. You want to travel to Uganda, search Depot or Port Elizabeth. You don't need to call someone in Uganda or search all over, how do I make a payment to this tour and travel company? It's all about visiting a website of any selected tour and travel company. Look out for whatever you want. Then when you're making a payment, you just scroll down, look out for the payments page, just click on it, enter your bank details, enter your card details, your address and everything. That transaction will reflect on the tour and travel agent's dashboard, and they will confirm that the payment has been received. Then they'll send you a confirmation that yes, you received the money. Then you're good to go, travel to Uganda and enjoy.
Now, yeah, that's very good. That's very good to hear how that quickly can be done, because most customers today want quick things and efficient things, which of course at the same time provide quality. But in Uganda today, what is the importance of digital payment?
Very good. Now, digital payments, if you look at the economy on a large scale, if an economy grows, if it's driven by consumption. Now, digital payments are the drivers of consumption. Every economy that has grown is because of consumption. Now, consumption is driven by so many factors, and one of them is ease of making payments. If it takes me just seconds to make a payment at the supermarket, I'll walk out and I'll be able to save my time. If it is so easy for a supermarket to do their reconciliation without going to the bank and everything, and they have a dashboard, they can look at all the transactions that are coming in. It will make the work of the financial controller very easy. If a customer is able to make a payment using their mobile phone, can initiate a transaction, then a payment is received from the point of sale machine. It saves time, it's convenient, and it's safe for the customer.
How have you been able to get that trust from those customers?
Very good. Now, it's so, technology or financial technology is all about stability, convenience, and reliability. Our network is very, very reliable. Case in point, our POS machines are 4G enabled. It takes only 3 seconds for a transaction to be completed.
3 seconds?
3 seconds for the transaction to be completed. Now, assuming you are at a bar, you have so many clients who want to make a payment. The speed at which the machine will process a transaction is what the business person is looking out for. So that level of trust, the speed and the accuracy that our machines drive is what has made us capture the market.
In the same light, how have you been able to, secure customer data?
Very good. Now, we use very, very high-end data encryption technologies. Whenever a customer interfaces with our system, we try to encrypt all the financial information that is being passed on from our end to the acquirer or to the issuer. So we ensure that all the data is very secure, and we use very, very high-end processes to ensure that our data is protected. And in-house, we have a very, very trained team of fraud prevention officials that do monitor online transactions as they happen. So in case of anything happening that is a little bit fishy, we have a team that is on board to come.
Now, we went to, recently, of course, we noticed how the national budget was raised, and this could be in line with that. Now, we want to understand how do digital payments contribute to economic growth? For example, in Uganda, where the president said we are now in a middle income status. But then we want to understand how do digital payments, of course, contribute to our GDP or preferably the economic growth?
Very good. Now, for digital payments, when a business embraces digital payments internally, say, if you're running a petrol station and that PesaPal will give you our forecourt management system, you're able to have this bit of whatever is happening at your petrol station in real time. Now, it means you have improved your internal business processes, which in turn leads to efficiency in your business. Now, this efficiency drives economic growth at a business level and at an economic level. So if we have that level of efficiency in the economy, businesses are being run efficiently, of course economic growth will be realized. Then, if you're running your business efficiently, that means the cost of running business in the country at a larger scale will be reduced. It means we shall be able to attract foreign direct investments because the cost of doing businesses in Uganda is very low. Yes.
Let's talk about the scope, because my concern is the people who cannot access the PesaPal services. People in rural areas, people in villages who, of course, definitely maybe are not literate enough on how to operate PesaPal and its services. But then, is there a plan for PesaPal to reach out to such people, to also put them in the system, to also have them be around the ecosystem of PesaPal?
Yes, like I said in the beginning, our services are safe, cheap, and very convenient for everyone to access. Remember, I have the mobile money payment option. You can walk into a supermarket and use your mobile phone to pay through PesaPal and make a payment to a supermarket. That is one of them. Anyone, at least 66% of all adults in Uganda have access to mobile money. That means even someone in Kisoro, Kidepo, anyone, they can make a payment. Then there is a multiplier effect. If I have a tour and travel company operating, say, in Maction Falls, they take that the tourists and everything. Along the way, they can make some transaction. Even if they're cash-based, that local person along the way, as the tourist goes towards the destination, they're able to benefit from that transaction. However much they're not interacting with the system directly, but there are other multiplier effects.
But for the purpose of our viewers, what does someone basically need to use these services of PesaPal?
Very good. Like I said, we are registered by Bank of Uganda, so there are there's a criteria that we follow when you're onboarding a merchant onto our platform. We deal with the legal registered companies or businesses. So a business to be onboarded for PesaPal services has to be registered. You just present to us your company details, your company documents, your bank details, where we shall be settling the funds, and then our setup is actually a one-day setup. You walk into our offices with all your documents, you walk out with your POS machine, you walk out with your payments page ready for you to use.
What has been your reach so far as PesaPal in Uganda? How many businesses have you impacted? And what does the success story of PesaPal look like?
All right. At the regional level, we have over 50,000 merchants.
At a regional
level, yes. And in UG, we have over 3,000 merchants using our services.
3,000?
Over 3,000 merchants using our services.
3,000 merchants.
Yes. For online, most of the tour and travel companies are PesaPal customers. When you go to hospitality, all the top tier hotels are using PesaPal. Now for the reach, I assure you that we are everywhere. You can never go to Western Uganda, Northern, Eastern, you won't find a PesaPal service. We work with almost all leading fuel dealers in UG. So whenever you go and find a petrol station, at least there must be a PesaPal machine operating.
So this forces me to ask this question, Peter. What is the value proposition of PesaPal? What do you sell out there that is so unique? And someone is, very convinced enough to say, you know what, PesaPal is my payment method starting from today or this month. Like, what is that value proposition that you sell out there that is very unique for the customers and businesses?
Our promise is to provide an affordable, convenient and reliable payment solution. So we assure that whenever you interface with our system, there is a team that is working 24 hours to ensure that everything is working out well with you. And we listen to our customers and merchants. In case you want us to make some changes in the service that we offer, we have a team of developers that can customize whatever you want us to give you. We have products that are able to speak to the individual business people. We can do integrations. We have a supermarket, you have your own internal system. We can integrate. You get? So we understand what the customer wants, and then we go back and come up with a solution that will speak to what the customer needs.
Talking about the feedback, Peter.
Yes.
Talk to me about the feedback. Talk to me about how customers have been responding to these online payment methods, because I know, of course, customers tend to use them because most of them prefer to pay online. They prefer using their phone to pay because sometimes people don't find it convenient enough to go around carrying hard money or cash in hand. So yes, this is a very convenient method of payment. But what kind of feedback, a realistic feedback that you've been getting from these customers? What kind of feedback have you been getting over the years? Because you mentioned how you incorporate this feedback, to make sure that you improve on how your service delivery. But what kind of feedback are we talking about?
Good. Customers are very receptive to our services. And I'll give an example. In UG, mainly event organizers, most of them receive cash. You have to make some payment, then you get a coupon and enter and everything. But we came up with a solution. One of them approached us and we came up with a solution called Ticket Sasa.
Ticket Sasa?
Yes, you don't need to do cash collections at the gate for you to receive payments for people entering the event and everything. So we tier our solutions to what the customer is expecting from us. If you have, if you're running a hotel and you want to ensure that someone can book for a hotel from the comfort of their home, wherever they are in the world, we give you Oracle. We give you a booking engine. Someone is able to book from wherever they are and they're able to book for a room. So we speak to what the customer needs exactly. We have a team, a customer service team that works 24 hours. They pick feedback from our customers and they provide that feedback to management and technical teams to make the products that speak to exactly what the customer wants.
Wow.
Yes.
Because I'm trying to imagine, even hotels, you're dealing with hotels as well.
Yes.
First, just for the purpose of our viewers, can you tell us about the businesses that you're actually working with directly?
Okay. The businesses, we work with fuel dealers, that's petroleum. We work with the hospitality, those are the hotels. We do work with tour and travel companies, mainly for the online payment solutions. Supermarkets, of course, under the retail section. We provide POS machines for them. We even do online for event organizers. We also have a good relationship with those. education services. We do collections, school fees collections for tertiary institutions, primary, secondary. So we have a large portfolio of customers that we work with. We do work with pharmaceutical companies, we work with hotels, and most of these sectors that I'm talking about, we do work with the top-notch.
Top-notch companies,
Yeah,
that's
yes,
really good,
yes.
including the government of Uganda.
Yes, we are working a lot with the government, yes.
Now, considering you're working with the government of Uganda, my question to you would be, like, what exactly do you think is the revolution of digital payments today? Are there other organizations that are doing the same that you're doing?
Mm-hmm.
And what do you think the landscape of digital payment looks like today? Do you think it's really helpful for people to actually, dive into it? Do you think that every Ugandan today must have an application of PesaPal preferably so that they can ease their payment? And what does the future look like, Peter, for digital payment solutions? Mm-hmm. Do you see? Does PesaPal see every Ugandan adapting to this kind of this? I know that's a lot to be taken, but then let's start with the landscape.
The landscape of digital payments, in UG we are still at an early stage.
Yeah.
The adoption is just coming up.
Yes.
But we are very happy with the rate of adoption. So many people are embracing digital payments. Mobile money penetration is very, very high. If you look at the volumes, they're mind-blowing.
In the region, in Uganda,
Yes.
which region is mostly using these solutions?
I would say the central region, because most of the economic activities are centered in the central region.
Yeah.
But we've seen a lot of numbers coming in from the west and then from the east. Of course, for the west, it's driven by mainly tourism and other factors that are happening. The same applies to the east. But the landscape is so promising. The economy is so promising because the penetration of digital payments is really high and people are embracing it. Yes.
It's very understandable when people in Central Region are adapting quickly
Yes.
to these solutions. But what do you think is the gap that needs to be mitigated by PesaPal preferably, that other regions in Uganda are not actually adapting to this quickly? What is PesaPal planning on doing something like that to mitigate it? Because the northern, you didn't mention about the northern part of Uganda. I'm assuming preferably you will take PesaPal there and they will now see you as a new venture. I don't know what plan is in the pipeline to mitigate such a gap.
Yes, we are opening up so many regions,
Yeah.
but if you never talk about the central, it doesn't mean that someone in the north can't access our services because we have merchants over there. And then some of the factors that are limiting the scaling of these products are actually beyond our reach. There are factors like internet access, because if I can't deploy a POS machine where there is no connectivity, it will be a little bit hard for me. So for some of the factors, we need government intervention, other stakeholders to come in and really help us push the
What
services.
interventions would you want the government to actually take in? Right?
Yes, government, of course, for the regulated part of it, government is doing the regulation through Bank of Uganda. But in terms of internet infrastructure, government has to open up, to work with the telecos and everyone who is concerned, to provide a network that will allow us to deploy the machines where they're really needed, so they can be connected to the network and we are able
But
to.
then my question is, so many Ugandans preferably would look at this solution as, yes, it's of course tech related, but then do you offer trainings that help Ugandans understand the concept behind these digital payment solutions? Because we have, personally, I have not seen any maybe I've not been part of any capacity building kind of activity. But then, is it part of your model to come up with training activities that can help Ugandans to understand the business kind of it?
Yeah, very good. Yeah, of course, like the show now, we are reaching out and we are spreading the information about digital payments. But on the business side of it, we do have internal campaigns that we run with our merchants. Yes, we do call them stand-up campaigns. We deploy our sales team and they are stationed all over the businesses where we have our services. And what they do there is just to inform customers, you don't need to pay by cash. If you have your card, if you have your mobile money, you can just pull out your phone and make a payment. So we do a lot of reach out campaigns that are spreading the information and the gospel about digitalization and digital services.
So talking about these campaigns,
Yes.
when was the last time we had these campaigns in Uganda? Have you had one recently this year?
And that actually we do them monthly.
Monthly.
Yes, we have a monthly stand-up sale for all our merchants.
Okay.
We choose a particular sector or particular industry. So today we are doing bars, or we are doing hotels or supermarkets and everything, so that we can go there and inform the customer that you can make a payment, yes, to this merchant using your card, using your mobile money. Yeah.
Well, That's interesting, because increasing awareness is definitely very vital, and actually I think to me that's the reason as why we're here today, to increase awareness of PesaPal, because people need to understand such digital payment systems that can help their businesses to be, of course, very, very quick and effective. But to me, I'm going to talk about I want us to talk about financial inclusion, for businesses here today in Uganda. How do you think? Explain how PesaPal is contributing to financial inclusion. When we talk about financial inclusion, of course, we're talking about how you can easily adapt and you make your services incorporated into other businesses for easy trade. Now, so when we talk about financial inclusion, it's a very, very big thing, because we have different projects, we have different activities that specifically tackle financial inclusion. So what is the role of PesaPal when it comes to financial inclusion in Uganda?
Yeah, good, Clinton, you've asked. Now, financial inclusion is a big topic.
It's a very big topic.
Yes. But as at PesaPal, what we've done is that we've come up with products that can speak to multiple payment methods.
Yes.
We are not sticking to cards. Not every Ugandan has an access to a debit card or credit card. But we've opened up to mobile money. Yes. We are working with telcos.
Yes.
We've enabled mobile money payments on our payments, both on POS and online. So even if you don't know how to operate an app, but you can just dial your USSD code and then you make a payment to the merchant. And remember, there's a very big penetration of mobile money across the country. So with this, we are very sure that we are playing a very big role in financial inclusion.
Great. For those watching us, we are actually ending our first session, but we'll be back. And before we cut off for the break, I think we have had such a very, very good conversation about, the role of PesaPal and how it's bringing financial digital inclusion in Uganda today. I believe that if you're out there and you haven't used such services that can easily ensure that your payment is done quickly and effective for you, then PesaPal is your to-go kind of organization. Please check them out on their website, on their, of course, also social media platforms. I believe that all the information is there for them to get much further details on how they can use PesaPal. But please catch us for the second session. We'll be back.